Welcome to Rat Salad Review, and today we are doing Master of the Rings by Helloween in our lead up to the new album released by Helloween, entitled Helloween. All
By
right,
Helloween.
by Helloween. So Kiski's out, and oh my God,
Andy
Why-
Dearest.
Andy Dearest.
no,
Oh, Ingo.
Ingo is. Oh
gone.
my God,
Yeah,
I
he's
just
replaced
drew
by Uli Kirsch.
Uli Kush, who came from Gamma Ray, actually. So there's another tie to Halloween, because, Kai Hansen and Gamma Ray. And then Andy Dearest from Pink Cream 69 comes into Halloween.
Yep.
Thank
And
fucking
brings
God.
quite a bit of their influence over on this one, I think, which is interesting.
Right. Yeah, I think so, too.
Although I don't think they quite fully formed the ideas of that until the next one. This is an excellent introduction of both those guys to the band.
Yeah. This is
really shows them moving forward.
Right. This is the band getting to know like the new members and stuff like that, and also getting back to their normal type sound, in a way.
Kind of.
They're not fully there.
Really, this is almost a straight hard rock album,
right?
Which is interesting.
But. Yeah. But they're getting back to their kind of their sound. They're not. Yeah. They're not doing what
I think they totally do on the first two songs.
Yeah, definitely. Soul Survivor, Where the Rain Grows. Definitely.
Soul Survivor is totally a classic Helloween track.
Yeah, great opening track. Even Where the Rain Grows. I mean,
I love Where the Rain Grows.
Yeah. Why is really cool. And then Greg, me and you were talking earlier. You hate Mr. Ego.
I don't like it. It's it's a mishmash of different ideas, and it doesn't play together very well. I get kind of what they wanted to do with it. It sounds unfinished and disjointed.
Yeah.
That's the song I like the least out of this whole album. But the middle part of it is lacking, really. It starts strong and ends pretty strong, but there's Mr. Ego, and oh man, I'm drawing a blank now. I can't remember what.
I'm always on the fence about this song.
Yeah, there's a couple of others, but that's a big one. It's just kind of comes out of nowhere and just stops the album dead. Like, even though the song before it I don't think is all that strong, it was still carrying the momentum of how it started off. And then that just, if it flowed, it'd be okay as like an epic, but it doesn't. The different parts don't sound good together.
Yeah, it sounds a little jumbled or whatever. And it's a song I either give or take. I mean, I listen to it, then I kind of don't like it and whatever. But and then Perfect Gentleman. That's another one of my favorite songs. Not my favorite, of Helloween in general, but on this album. It's cool. I mean, yeah, no, I like this song. I'm trying to think of something else, but yeah, no, it's a good song. It's a little weird, a little odd, because just a Perfect Gentleman, just kind of a weird title, in a way. But they actually later on in the discography, they actually bring this song back in a way for another thing. We'll get to that when we get to that album. But just let's do side one first. Lou, what do you think of side one?
So I can tell you right off the bat, I thought this album was a drastic improvement from their recent output of the 90s. Andy Dearest fits perfectly well. His voice kind of reminds me of the perfect combination of Di'Anno's grit and Dickinson's soaring highs.
Okay.
I can't pick one favorite song, as there is not a bad one. Probably my favorite Helloween album since Walls of Jericho.
Very good.
Okay.
So you want me to continue on, I guess, with the song? All right.
Yeah.
You were.
So Irritation, I thought, was a cool intro, and then Soul Survivor. My notes were, damn, Helloween is back. I already prefer Dearest's vocals, and Uli's drumming is tight and locks in with Marcus perfectly. Not Ingo by any stretch of the imagination, but that's okay. Both are great. Excellent guitar work on the song. When the Rain Grows, power metal done right. The Kings have come to reclaim their throne. Fuck Manowar. Why? Even the pop songs are better with Dearest.
Yeah.
Mr. Ego. Now, I kind of have a different take on it than you guys do. I thought it had a great groove. Kind of reminded me of like Zeppelin, Jimmy Page solo stuff, a la Death Wish 2, Whitesnake, Judas Priest, Touch of Evil kind of flair to it. I like it. It's different from them, but My one question is, how is this about Kiski? If one of you guys can answer that, because apparently they dedicated it, quote unquote, to Kiski.
You know what? I didn't even know that.
All right, well then I retract the question.
You should
Well,
have
if
me
they
earlier.
did, I would imagine it's because of the animosity he left in, and I'm sure he assumed the band would fold without him. And I don't know, maybe it's a piss take. We continued without you. Have fun singing your weird shit, and why don't you hook up with David Vincent while you're at it?
Go crying your schnitzel over at the beer garden. Ha 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 ha. We go dancing our lederhosen down to Bavaria. Ha ha. We take the cute girls with the big schnazolas. Oh, anyway, let me move on.
I thought Marcus was on my show again.
What's that?
I thought Marcus was on the show.
I gotta see that. When does it end at side 1? Because I have the CD version.
Perfect Gentleman.
Okay, so Perfect Gentleman. I know it's a Pepe Le Pew. Just kidding. Great song because Dearest' voice has a perfect dichotomy of passion and sinister. Music's great, but I think it works perfectly because of his vocals.
Yeah.
Good delivery on it.
Yeah.
I thought the Pepe Le Pew thing would get a laugh, but I guess not. Never mind.
Well, Pepe Le Pew is canceled right now, so I don't want to.
Fuck that shit.
No, I get it. But yeah, I don't like that song as much as you guys do. I mean, Darius is definitely the best part of it. It's just I feel like it could be more interesting.
Yeah. No, I definitely get it. It's another. I like the song a lot, but
same thing with Why. I like that song as well, but it's not of the same quality as what surrounds it.
See, I think Why is really good because it fits perfectly with those first 3 songs. It just goes really well, leading into like a slower thing and then leading into Mr. Ego,
That's
where
what I mean. Off. It goes and it leads in well to the rest of it, but it doesn't really stand out on its own. Like it could just be an extended end to Where the Rain Grows, and you wouldn't really know the difference. Just that's all. It kind of blends in to me.
I guess. And also too, since you mentioned who Andy Dearest kind of sounds like, when one of my friends got this, he actually bought the cassette or whatever, and I go, "What does the new guy sound like?" And he says Axl Rose. Do you hear kind of like an Axl Rose?
None at all. Voice? None really? At all. I mean, Axl has too much of like a
maybe.
Ray Gillen?
Yeah.
Of Badlands?
Mm-hmm.
No, I wouldn't. I still stick to my Diano meets Dickinson.
I don't think he sounds anything like Bruce Dickinson, so I don't get that at all.
I don't get the Ray Gillen. It's all good. And I love that first Badlands album.
I could hear a little bit of Axl Rose, so I was just curious.
I couldn't hear anything about Axl.
Just a little, like the little raspy stuff that Axl does sometimes.
Never even thought of Axl as raspy.
He's got a little rasp to his voice on some songs.
I don't know. Axl fit well with AC/DC. I can't see Dearest fitting in AC/DC. I'll leave it at that.
I don't know.
Well, that's because Darius can actually sing.
That's true.
Hey, I love Bon Scott's contributions to that band.
Oh, so do I. Bon Scott was amazing, but I mean, you don't have to be a great vocalist, and Axl isn't a great vocalist. It wasn't a slight at AC/DC. It was a slight at Axl Rose.
We love picking those.
I think one of the most overrated vocalists there has ever been because he was never good to begin with. He was just unique.
Very true. What was I going to say? Yeah, but I can't really relate Andy Dearest to any other singer. Like I can't really, like you compare him to Diano and Dickinson. I don't really hear. I mean, I hear Diano a little bit, but Dickinson, no, because he can't do the highest.
What made me think of Ray Gillen? Sorry, yeah, he doesn't do exact. Well, you know, the interesting about Dickinson's screams is he stays in like the middle octave the whole time he does it. It's very strange, and I think he's like the only vocalist that has ever really done that successfully on a commercial level. But anyway, what made me think of Ray Gillen is some of the highs that Darius can hit, but he's got a little bit of grit in his voice like Ray Gillen did.
Yeah.
Similar in that respect, but no, they don't sound alike.
Not to deviate from the subject matter, but I would have loved to have heard Ray Gillen sing some of those Blue Murder songs off the first album. I think he would have sounded ace on them, but John Sykes did a great job. So
Oh, the other thing too is I do. Andy does seem a little bit more similar to Kai Hansen.
Yeah, that I can
Mhm.
see.
Yeah, that
Yeah, a
I
little
forgot
bit.
to mention that. So we get on the side two. I think the album kind of dips a little bit on this because it starts with "The Game Is On." I don't like that song. It's
No.
about video games. You like that song?
I wrote
No,
Game On,
I
motherfuckers.
don't.
Second favorite on the album.
Really?
The
Yeah.
Game Boy song is stupid, and I do. Would the rings come from Sonic the Hedgehog? Probably.
That's I never gave
That's
that a
what
thought,
happened. They all spent their advance from Chameleon on Sega Genesis, and just
Can you blame them?
no,
That had
totally
the
not. I
better
love
version
the
of Mortal
Genesis
Kombat.
and Sonic, but no, that's just a bad song.
It is. Why do you like it so much, Lou?
I don't know. I just appreciated the melody behind it. I'm a sucker for melody. I can't help it.
Hmm.
I know. Why didn't you like Windmill then? I just didn't like it, Wayne.
I think they really incorporated the melody well here, and even stronger, just because you know what Andy brought over with him from Pink Cream '69.
Yeah.
I think that actually ended up meshing real well with Helloween's style.
My other thing was, when was Game Boy? Like, when was the last time Game Boy was around?
98,
When Pokemon games came out.
Game Boy. Do you think it was 98?
98, 99, somewhere around there. That's when Pokemon was out on it and super popular, I think.
Well, there's also the
Really?
Pokemon Hunter game where people were literally like walking into the streets in oncoming traffic trying to chase Pokemon down. So that was up as recent as 5 years ago.
Yeah, that was on the phones though, not Game
Oh.
Boys.
It was
Oh, really? Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
it was discontinued in 2003.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
A
And
little
this
bit
album
longer
was
than I
released
thought.
in 94. But yeah. Yeah, it's
Genesis
not.
was still hot by that point.
Oh,
Yeah.
and something else to
What?
tie it into the earlier Halloween material too. They use another clip from Halloween 3 on this at the beginning. That little toot, 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 toot digital part is when the pumpkin's face is filling in on the computer screen at the beginning of Halloween 3.
Oh, really? I didn't realize
Yep.
that.
Dude,
I
I've
need to
seen that
see this
movie
one.
like 200 times. It's one of
Yeah.
my favorites.
Is it as good as the first? I really want to give it a shot.
It's as good as the first in terms of it being a good movie, but it's a sci-fi tale, so it's not like a slasher film or something like that.
Yeah.
I like
Yes.
sci-fi. I love The Thing. That was more of a sci-fi film than a horror film. I mean, combo of the both, but it was more sci-fi.
My thing, there
Yeah.
was no Michael Myers in that. That pissed me off.
I'm glad there wasn't. You can only go so far with him. To
I know.
characterize him is to demean the character.
I know.
Rob Zombie had the worst idea ever when he decided to show him as a child. There's a guy that can't make a movie worth a fuck that everyone just keep. Never. Anyway, back to Halloween.
Oh God.
That
But
is
yeah,
a discussion for a different episode.
yeah, no, we can do that on
I
a
could
loose show.
rant about that for 3 hours. So let's just.
There we go. I'll have you guys on Music is Life, and we'll say, why does Rob Zombie suck as a director?
Actually, we should do the Halloween movies on your show.
I'm game for that. That's fine.
Could do that. Right, Greg?
The original Halloweens?
Oh. Let's do them all.
Oh God. Okay.
Why not? We'll just dedicate like 10 minutes each film.
Yeah, there are some bad movies in
There
that
are.
series, but okay.
There are. It'd give me a reason to sit down and watch TV with my wife.
Because Paul Rudd's in part 6, and he's gorgeous.
No, she don't care about that. But
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
game is on. I don't. I mean, it was cool when I heard with all the game sounds and stuff because I'm a gamer. I used to be a big gamer back then, but I can deal with that. I can do without that song. Secret Alibi, though, that brings the album up a little bit more for me. I like that song a lot. What do you guys think about Secret Alibi?
It's okay, but it's nothing special. This is that like slump I kind of feel like the album takes. It sounds good. It just nothing that really makes me think it's a great song. Like it's a good song, I wouldn't turn it off.
Yeah. I'm not gonna put it on a compilation or anything.
No, yeah, uninspired. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
But I don't really fault them for that on a few of the songs on here, like where it does take a dip, because they're getting used to each other. And for the fact that it was written and recorded, although some songs were brought over from previous ideas in a span of 3 months after they had just joined the band, I think this is really strong.
Yeah.
For those facts.
Yeah.
So I don't really fault the few missteps it does have.
Yeah.
Because they're at least trying instead of just being absurd.
Right. Yeah. Lou?
I thought that Secret Alibi was good. Considering I heard it after Phoenix from Stradivarius, although I know that, I heard Phoenix first. I could see how a song like this influenced a song like that. So that's one good thing I'll say about it. I actually prefer Phoenix from Stradivarius, but it's a good song.
I wouldn't even compare those two.
The chorus, I think, reminds me a little bit of Phoenix.
Yeah, I could. So. All right, I can hear that. Yeah. Because I'm gonna say this don't really have any double bass.
I just referred to the last song on Chameleon as Hooligan's Holiday at the beginning of it. So strange things go on in my head.
I see that. Another song I don't really care for. Actually, it's probably my least favorite of this whole entire thing. Take Me Home.
Love it.
You love that song?
My favorite song on the fucking album.
Really? Sounds like a B-side from Van Halen too. It's
Thank
great,
you,
man.
Yeah. No, the drums started off. Yeah, I'd heard Van Halen, and I mentioned to you, Greg. I heard Hot for Teacher, but
Yeah, just because of the drums, but I mean, it doesn't really carry that rhythm. But dude, the background vocals, the song structure, it's one of the best riffs on Van Halen I've ever heard, and Andy Darris sounds great on it with that swagger that Roth had, and I really, that's probably my favorite song on this album, honestly.
Wow.
I wrote, okay, anything that reminds me of I'm the One, Hot for Teacher, Shy Boy, Bottom Line, It's Showtime, or Slam Dunk is an automatic winner. My favorite song on the album.
Wow. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say they like that song.
Well, you have wrong.
Now I do. I guess apparently I do. And actually, I want to know.
With us.
Yeah, I should. People watching the show, do you like that song? Take Me Home? Let me know.
I don't give a fuck if you don't.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm gonna like it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the Middle of a Heartbeat. Greg, you didn't like this song, but I liked it. And on one of the live versions, when they did High Live, Andy Darris sings it by himself with the acoustic guitar, and it sounds really cool on there. And that's what actually made me like this song a little bit more, is because it has the full band in it. But I like it. It's a cool little ballad. It's probably one of my favorite ballads that they did up to this point. It's catchy to me. I like it.
Yeah. Didn't care for it. Just a boring ballad.
Yeah.
I thought it was a gorgeous ballad. I actually have to say, like, the only other band I could compare them to in terms of output of ballads is the Scorpions. And I know you can't stand the Scorpions, and I respect that. I love them from their period with Uli John Roth. But I will say this. I think Helloween's ballads are better than the Scorpions' ballads.
Oh.
Just my opinion.
Ooh, highly disagree.
Well, no, I mean, Still Loving You is a great song. You can't deny that. But, I mean, I don't want to go through. And Send Me an Angel is a great one, too.
It's better than Winds of Change, I'll tell you that.
I
hate that song.
Well, Greg, what's the matter?
Because I'm fucking high and I'm trying to remember like my favorite Scorpion song, and now I can't remember the name of it because of We'll Burn the Sky. We'll Burn the Sky is a better song than any ballad Helloween has ever written.
I wouldn't even call that a ballad. That's a rocker to me. And I love that song. I mean, like I said, anything that's got Uli's playing on it is gold. You can't touch it. Okay. Anything from the Matthias Yabs era onward in terms of those ballads. All right. With the exception of Still Loving You and Send Me an Angel. That's it.
Most of Helloween's ballads just don't really work for me. I mean, this is better than what they attempted on the last one for sure. Mostly because of Andy. But honestly, I think I would prefer the version of just him with the acoustic guitar.
Hey, it's cool. I like it.
Okay, I'm going to say it. Helloween's a better German band than the Scorpions. There, I said it.
And Destruction is better than both of them.
Except Rules All, though.
Except maybe Creator.
Okay, fine.
Actually, Helloween was the reason why I liked Creator, because they were another German band. I had to get into them. So If it wasn't for
I heard-
Helloween, I would have never listened to Creator.
I'm the exact opposite of that, but
And the final song on the actual album is "Still We Go." I think it's a really great ending to the album. I love that monster thing in the beginning of the song. You know, it sounds like chasing them through a house or whatever. Just a really great build up to that song, and just a really great ending. I love that song a lot.
and that's my other favorite on here is that song.
Yeah, it's really cool. What about you, Lou?
Barn burner. Hide your wives, hide your kids. Halloween is back with a vengeance.
Yeah,
And they're coming to pillage.
Throw your panties on the stage, ladies. These motherfuckers are crazy.
And I know you like to collect foreign records, Greg.
Mhm.
And I do too. Okay. Here's the Korean version of Master of the Rings. Totally different. It's got most of the albums, the original album songs, but then towards the end, it starts taking off songs. It goes,
Really?
it goes Irritation, Soul Survivor, Where the Rain Grows, Why, Mr. Ego, Perfect Gentleman, The Game Is On, Secret Alibi, Takes Away, Take Me Home, leaves In the Middle of a Heartbeat, and then adds Can't Fight Your Desire and Grapowski's Mount Sweet 1001 Indie Doll.
Did you mention Cold Sweat? Is Cold Sweat not on there?
No.
Huh. The
No.
last two songs are the two B-sides that were added as bonus tracks to the Japanese version. Interesting.
Very weird version. But did you guys listen to the bonus tracks?
Yeah.
Just those two. I don't have any of the expanded stuff.
What do you think of the bonus tracks? Because I
Yep.
love that whole bonus track thing was released in the U.S. Obviously I had to buy that version, and I love that little EP. I think it's really cool. I love
What's the name of the first bonus track? Not Gropal's one, but the
Can't Fight Your Desire, Star
Yep.
Invasion, Silicon.
yeah, Can't Fight Your Desire. I like that song a lot. I understand why it wasn't included on the album because it's not quite of the same quality as the rest of Master of the Rings, but it's really a good rocker and a great B-side, I think. I like that song a lot. And Gropal's song, too, is good.
Yeah.
Probably two of the best B-sides I ever did.
The one that really shot. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I appreciated the original material, from the songs that didn't make it onto the album. I really got to give it to them on their covers, though. They did a great job with Kiss, with Grand Funk Railroad, and with Thin Lizzy. All great stuff.
Yeah. And that Thin Lizzy cover made me want to check out more of Thin Lizzy's stuff, because I only heard the Boys Are Back in Town, and I was like, holy shit, Helloween likes Thin Lizzy. Let me go check them out too. And then that Grand Funk Railroad cover, I never really heard that song before. And,
I didn't know Grandpa could sing like that.
I didn't either. And he almost sounds very identical to the original song. I mean, that whole song sounds very identical.
What song do they cover?
Closer to Home.
Interesting.
Speaking of which, Troy Nork, get your vocals out, buddy. Come on, let's do this.
Come on, let's get it done. But yeah, that's one of my favorite. Closer to Home is really an awesome song, and again, that made me check out Grand Funk Railroad too. I don't like them as much as Thin Lizzy, but that Closer to Home is a really good song. And what's the other? There was another one on. Oh, the Kiss one's okay too. And then the
what Kiss song do they do?
I Stole Your Love from Love Gun.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Was that supposed to? Did they do that for the Kiss My Ass tribute album, and they just didn't make the cut, or was that just what they wanted to do?
That could be the case, but it might have just been released around the same time. I don't know.
Because there were a bunch of bands that wanted to record stuff and actually did record stuff, but Gene Simmons kind of put the kibosh on it, saying, "No, we want different artists, different genres, not just rock." I'm like, all right.
What do you think of the Kiss My Ass?
It had a couple of good covers on it. I mean, some I just didn't get, like the
Told DeWitt
Dr. Love. Don't even get me started on that. You figure anyone who named themselves after a sketch from a Monty Python album would be
good?
Would be good. Yeah. They had some good stuff. Like the radio stuff was okay, but I mean, all in all, just another.
Don't kid yourself.
Alternative rock band. I liked All I Want. That's about it. So.
Unbelievable. Any more stories about Master of Rings, Greg? Anything else?
Nope.
Lou?
It is the first of a perfect trifecta for me.
Very good. Cool. Interesting. Can't wait to hear what you say about the next album, if you like that one so much. Guess what? Project Resurrect. The CDs are here. buy a CD, projectresurrect.bandcamp.com, ratsaladreview.com. Lou, I forgot to do it on the last show. What's your podcast?
It is musicisLifepodcast.com.
Great.
I have nothing else to say. You can find everything you need to there. I don't have my TikTok link up there. I don't understand the point of TikTok except for ass shaking videos and pimple popping videos. But I have a TikTok, so.
Yeah, I'm not watching that. Greg, anything else? No? Good. Great. We'll see you tomorrow with Time of the Oath. Bye.
Peace.
What?